All right, we should be live here at the Ice House. We're going to make sure everything is set up and going. I believe I pushed all the right buttons and we got a live connection. As long as the AI tracking kicks in when the players hit the ice, then we'll be good to go. All right, bear with me. I'm gonna get my remote set up here, so I gotta end the stream momentarily, and then we might be back, or I might be able to do it without. So just hang tight. right, we're tracking the Huskies, but I didn't want to break up the live feed there, so we're going to get started in 2 minutes, 45 seconds. I'm going to have to go on mute, though, while music plays. Otherwise, the copyright infringement on YouTube makes me edit the videos. So when it goes mute, don't panic. I'll be back. All right, drop me a comment in the chat if you can hear and everything's working well. I don't have my phone, so I'm not going to be able to get a message on if it's coming through or not. So if you could, leave a comment in there, and we're going to get going here as soon as players clear the ice. Starting off on the ice for the Force is going to be Hagen, Fraze, Fryer. Back on defense is going to be Warner and Blackburn. We got the music. There it goes. Huskies swing wide, chip it off the boards down low. Back to you. There for the Force is going to be Warner as the Huskies come away with it. Warner puts them into the boards and picks up a penalty early. We're at 13:46 in the first period. And we got a penalty on Colton Warner for boarding. And the Force will go on the Cumberland and Sons penalty kill. Face-off gathered up by the Huskies. Now into the stick of Hagen as he backhands it up and out, and it gets right to Murphy Fraze. Murphy down the ice, takes a shot, comes weak off his stick, tries to feed the slot, taken away by the Huskies. Getting back is going to be Blackburn and Hagen. Taken away by Hagen. Hagen makes a move towards center ice. He's got Fraze to his left. Across the blue line, feeding the slot right to Fraze. Shot! Blockered away by the Huskies goaltender. Fraze still maintains possession of the puck down low. Around behind the net he comes. Backhands it towards the slot, trying to get it to Fryer, doesn't connect. Cumberland chips the puck away. Now the Huskies gather it up. We got 40 seconds left on the Warner penalty. Pass down the ice for the Huskies. Back on defense is going to be Cumberland as he swipes at the puck and knocks it down low. Landon Kiefer there for the force. Now into the stick of Max McDonald. Backhands it around the boards, gathered up by the Huskies. Fed back down low. Cumberland there for the force. Puck comes out to the Huskies, take a shot towards the net. Backhand attempt, blocked in front by Kiefer. Kiefer maintains possession of the puck across the blue line. Through center ice, the Hartland Huskies defender fell down, swinging wide. Wraps around the net, looking for somebody there, comes off his skates. Taken away by the force, Max McDonald with the puck behind the net. Feeds a slot, comes out in front. It's on the doorstep, kicked around just out of the outstretched stick of Mason Llewellyn. Huskies back the other way. Backhand sails high. Cumberland comes in and pinches him off. Now Sutherland with the puck. Fed cross ice to Llewellyn. Entered back in. It's going to be offsides. Face-off win by Huffman back to Blackburn. Feeds it across the Potts. Doesn't get through. Dump to the neutral zone. Potts gathers the puck. Chips it down the ice, back to Blackburn. Cross ice pass for the Huskies as they dump it in. Blackburn back to gather it. Turns and feeds it up the boards. Taken away by the Huskies. Potts fighting for it. Down low for Kelly. Now Westhoff through center ice. Potts to his right. Has it knocked off his stick. Taken away by the Huskies. Kelly there to put it back the other direction for Westhoff. Westhoff and Huffman fighting for it on the boards as it goes down to the offensive zone. Potts going to be the first one there for the force. Potts putting the pressure on. Comes out to Huffman. Huffman shoots one towards the net. Tipped there by Westhoff behind the net. Looking for a slot pass. Has it taken away by the Huskies. Fed out to Potts. Potts with the wrap. Feeds it out. Huskies steal that away. Getting back on defense is going to be Kelly and Blackburn. Taken away by Huffman as Potts chips it ahead to Huffman. Huffman's got some open ice. Huskies beat her to the puck off the bench. Into the neutral zone, the Huskies come. Back on defense is going to be Cumberland and Warner. Backhand shot attempt. Save there, Quas. Puck finally fed off the boards there and down the ice into the force offensive zone. Hagen, the first one, trailing. 9:25 left in the first. Still scoreless. Puck comes back to Warner. Warner feeds it back to the neutral zone, taken away by the Huskies, and now onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen with one to beat. Shoots, score! Hagen puts it in at 9:07 remaining in the first to put the Force up 1-0. Face off after the Hagen goal. Comes back to the Force as Warner puts it back to center ice. Max McDonald getting on his horse. Huskies player trips up and covered up by the Huskies. Face-off gathered up by Hartland. Warner and Cumberland back on defense for the Force. Taken away by Fort Wayne off the glass from Warner, but kept in by Hartland. Fed down low. Shot attempt blocked in front by Cumberland. Covered up by Quas. Puck gathered up by Kiefer behind the net there. Feeds it cross ice, doesn't connect. Hartland takes it away, feeds the slot, couldn't connect. Blackburn fighting for it down low. Fed up but not out. Huskies across the blue line into the middle of the ice. Backhand attempt is blocked in front. Now Sutherland picks up the puck, overskates it actually, and the Huskies take it away. Passing around the horn, shot attempt, save Quas. Picked up by McDonald as he feeds it ahead. Sutherland going to be the first one there for the Force. He's got him beat, but it's going to go down for icing. Face-off won by Hartland. Good jump on it there was Westhoff as he read that pass and stole it away, and now he's on a breakaway with Potts trailing. Westhoff shoots. It's on the doorstep, cleared away by Hartland as it skated through the crease. Oliver fighting back for it, has it again, backhands it. Goes off the pad of the goaltender for Hartland. And behind the net, out for Kelly. Cora Kelly takes a shot. It's trickled around. Oh, kick to the side by Hartland. He couldn't see the puck, but had a pad positioning at the right time. Another shot from deep. It's tipped by Hartland over to Huffman. Huffman feeds it behind the net. Westhoff there. Couldn't get to it in time as Hartland takes it away. Back on defense is going to be Cumberland and Kelly. Cross ice feed is stolen away by Cumberland. He ties up his stick. And Hartland comes away with it through center ice. Good checks there by Fort Wayne as they take the puck away from the Huskies. Tipped ahead, onto the stick of Hagen with a breakaway. Harrison Hagen all alone. Makes a move, shot, score! Hagen off the steal from Cumberland. 6:30 into the first, 2-0 Fort Wayne. Hagen with his second of the night or morning, wherever you're located. It is early. Face-off won by the Force. Fryer takes it over the boards, gets tied up. Hartland chips it into the neutral zone. Picked up by Warner. Fed over to Hagen. Hagen entering with speed once again. Makes a move towards center ice. Makes another move. Shoots. Score! Hat trick Harry with 3 in the first. Face-off won by the Force, picked up by Fraze. Fraze now making a move, gaining some speed. Huskies player loses a stick as they gather behind their own net. Feed it out. Back on defense going to be Warner and Blackburn as the pressure is put on by the Force. Stolen away by Blackburn for the moment. Comes over to Fryer as he throws it down the ice. Huskies going to gather. Through center ice they come. Poked away by Hagen. Knocked ahead by Llewellyn. Taken away by Llewellyn. And he's got Fraze ahead of him. Passes ahead. Makes a move. Knocked off his skates. Hagen now to take it away. Reverses. Cross ice pass to Llewellyn. Some good movement here by the Force. Mason swings wide, reverses, backhands towards the slot, almost gets through to Fraze, taken away by the Huskies, but kept in there by Sutherland. Down low for Llewellyn. Sutherland knocks it back the other direction as the Huskies come away with it. Sutherland keeps it in. Huskies to center ice. Enter with some speed around Cumberland. Shot. Save Quas. Face-off gathered up from Huffman by Cora Kelly. Westoff and Potts trailing Kelly. It's in the front of the goaltender there, covered up. Frozen puck, 4:02 remains in the first, 3-0 Force. Face-off gathered up by Hartland. Getting back on defense is Warner as Huskies enter with speed. Pad save there by Quas, covered up. Hartland gets possession of the puck, feeds it towards the center, knocked away by Kelly. Kelly overskates her steal there, picked up by Hartland, and they shoot it towards the net, and Quas gets a pad down in time to knock that one to the corner. Fed back around by Hartland. Some space here. Another shot. Comes out on the doorstep. Did he keep it out? We got one official marking a good goal. And we are going to have a goal here by the Huskies as that puck was initially covered up by Quas and then he is kind of knocked into his own net. So it's going to be 3-1 with 3:26 remaining in the first. Fraze to take the face-off, wins that back to Cumberland. Chipped up over the stick of the Huskies player to Fraze. Frey's making a move towards center ice, has it knocked away to the corner. He's taken off his skates. Hartland gathers it, feeds it ahead, kept in by Blackburn. Blackburn looking to chip it over the stick of the Huskies. Knocked back and forth on the stick of Fryer. Fed it down low. Huskies gather, pressured by Frays on the stick of Hagen. Hagen takes a shot towards the net, just goes wide left. Fryer now over for the Force. Fed all the way down the ice. And they're on a foot race here. Hartland's going to outrace Cumberland to the puck. Shot saved by Quas. Taken away by Frays. He's got Hagen to his left. Swings wide. Frays with a shot. Saved by the Huskies as he gathers it up and covers it up. 2:25 left in the first. Face-off won back by the Force. Rifled ahead by Warner. It's blocked in front before it has a chance to reach the net. Now out to McDonald. McDonald pinched off in the corner, and the Huskies are going to pick up their first penalty. So the Force will go to a power play with 2:13 left in the first. Face-off win by the Force, and then gathered back by McDonald as he shoots it towards the net. It's blocked away by the Huskies goaltender. Now the Huskies back the other direction, picking up speed through center ice. You got Cumberland and Warner back on defense. Toe drag, shot, rifled it ahead, and he slides in to Wyatt. He's all right. Battle ensues here at center ice. Puck tied up. We got Sutherland, Llewellyn, and McDonald in there for the Force as the Huskies come away with it. Pass around the horn, shot towards the net is taken away by Warner as he sends it up ahead to Llewellyn. Llewellyn backhands it clear down the ice. It's going to go for icing. Force gather at center ice, sends it across for Westhoff. Westhoff going to race towards it, shoot it towards the net. It's saved by the Huskies. 1 minute remaining in the first, 21 seconds left on the power play for the Force. Puck's coming back with Warner as the defender here. Shot, save Quas, sticks in his pads. Huskies can't handle that pass as it skips right over. He loses a stick and kicks it ahead. Huffman there to send it into the neutral zone, and back in it comes for Kelly. Kelly makes a move. Sends it up to Potts. It is taken away by the Huskies. Huffman putting him back to center ice. It's going to go down for icing with 13 seconds left in the first. 3-1 Force. Force on the push the other way. 2 seconds left. Shot from deep. Saved Hartland as the period expires. Force going to be up 3-1 after 1. Face-off win by the Force, back to Kelly. Kelly tries to feed Hagen. Pass attempt is blocked. Force regain possession of the puck as Fraze picks it up. He's got Fryer and Hagen. Feeds it to Hagen. Fryer now with it. And the goalie sits on the puck. Keeps it out of the net. Face-off gathered up by Hartland. Pressured by Hagen. Hagen picks his pocket. Skates towards center ice. Tries to feed it over to Fraze. Fraze can't get enough sauce on it. It goes behind the net. Hartland picks it up. Off the boards. Kept in there by Fryer. Bounces around as Kelly attempts to keep it in. Comes out center ice. As the Force check up. Fraze now. Puck comes out to the Huskies. Back on defense is going to be Kelly and Blackburn. Pressured there by Hagen. Hagen takes it away. Hagen around 2, through 2. Hagen with a break. He's got Fraze. Tries to feed it to him. Has his pass attempt blocked. Hartland back the other way. Getting back on defense there is going to be Kelly and Blackburn. Blackburn. Keeps them wide, and they shoot it into the pads across, and Kelly comes away with the puck now. Looking ahead, moving through center ice with some speed. Has it knocked off her stick. Fraze causing disruption the other way along with Fryer. Murphy fighting back and forth with it as Hartland comes away with it. Chipped ahead by Kelly to Sutherland, taken away by Hartland. Hartland enters the offensive zone. Takes a shot, it sails high. Murphy picks a pocket, sends it off the boards. Up to Sutherland. He has it knocked away onto the stick of Llewellyn. Llewellyn feeds it in the offensive zone, gathered up by Hartland. Hartland doing a lot of close passing here as they finally enter. Taken away there momentarily by McDonald. Shot towards the net is blocked in front by Llewellyn. Llewellyn, he's got McDonald and Sutherland. It's a 3-on-1 for the Force. Llewellyn swings wide, takes a shot, sails high. Sutherland tried to gather behind the net, skipped his stick, and Hartland comes away with it. Back on defense is going to be Cumberland and Warner. A little spinorama, nobody home to pass it to. 11:24 remains in the second period. Force up 3-1. Taken away by Sutherland. Sutherland finds some open ice, sends it over to Cumberland. Enters, wide shot, off the chest to the Hartland Huskies goaltender. Good pressure by the Force, taken away by Max McDonald. Puck comes out to Llewellyn. Kept in by Warner. Down for Westhoff. Westhoff keeps his eyes up, tries to feed it to the slot. The Huskies get a stick on that. Back on defense is going to be Cumberland and Warner. Knocked down there on the back check is going to be Huffman as she takes out the Huskies player and going to pick up a penalty. 10:28 left in the second. The Force are going to go on a penalty kill. Face-off won by the Force. Tried to clear it. There was Blackburn. Kept in by the Huskies. Fed up and out there by Westhoff as it goes down the ice. And it's not going to have enough for icing. As the Huskies pick it up, Potts, the first one there for the Force. They try to feed it up and out. Kept in by Kiefer. Kiefer chips it ahead. Potts fighting for the puck. Now Westhoff in there as well. Huskies come away with it. Getting back on defense is going to be Kiefer and Blackburn. Huskies take a shot, blocked in front by Blackburn, but it skips right to another player, and they both get a stick on it. Stop the secondary shot attempt. Blackburn clears it down the ice, and the Huskies get a stick on it, so that's also not going to have enough for icing. 40 seconds remains on the penalty kill. Force go for a change there. Kiefer stays on. And Cumberland comes in, takes out the Huskies player, and clears the puck out to the blue line. The Huskies cycle it around, but can't keep possession of the puck as Aiden Cumberland comes away with it. Takes it into center ice there. Hagen now fighting for it along with Cumberland. Feeds it over to Kiefer. Doesn't quite connect, goes clear across rink. Fed up and out. It's going to be offsides on the Huskies. 6 seconds remains on the penalty kill. 9:03 left in the second. Force up 3-1. Face-off won by Hartland. They skated in, stolen away by Hagen. Penalty expires. Back to full strength for the Force. Huskies pick it up, take a shot towards it. It's blocked by his own Huskies player on the stick of Hagen. Hagen with one to beat. He's got Fryer to his left. Hagen feeds it across to Fryer, doesn't quite connect. Open net on the other side for Fryer. Comes out to the blue line. Kelly dumps it back down low. Huskies gain possession of the puck as they go on their breakout. Poke check there by Kelly. Takes it away. Fraze sends it back to center ice. Hagen now onto the stick of Fryer. Fryer shoots. Hagen with his fourth. 8:08 left in the second. As Fryer's shot attempt was blocked away and the rebound put in by Hagen. Fryer to Hagen. Hagen with 4 on the morning. Face-off is gathered up by Hartland. Now into the stick of Blackburn as he feeds it ahead to Sutherland. Sutherland with the touch pass to McDonald, but there's too much traffic. Now Blackburn tries to backhand it out. His clearing attempt is stymied by the Huskies. Warner picks it up for the Force. Warner has it stripped away. Huskies gather. Feed it to the slot. Nobody home. Taken away there with a great stick positioning by Llewellyn. Llewellyn feeds it over to Sutherland. Sutherland out on his own. Sutherland shot. Glove save. Huskies. Face-off win by the Force. Sent over to Warner. Warner rifles one from deep, and it's wide right. Huskies gather now as they make their way through the neutral zone. Take a shot, blocked out front by good aggressive play there by Warner. Sent back down the ice. Llewellyn there for the Force. Sutherland joins as they put a little pressure on the Huskies. Llewellyn. Huskies enter, make a move to the left, shot, save there, Quas. Face-off one out by the Huskies. Shot attempt blocked by Huffman. Huffman sends it to center ice. Huskies weaving through traffic there. We got a off the puck penalty. Or maybe that was offsides. Thought the official was raising his hand. I think we had an offsides on the Huskies as the faceoff comes out to the neutral zone. Faceoff win by Hartland. Looking for somebody to pass it to. Bounce pass. Can't control it, and the Force take it back the other way. It's going to go all the way down for icing. Face-off gathered up by the Force. Kiefer with it. Fryer trying to make a move here to take the puck away as it goes cross ice for Cumberland. Aiden Cumberland through center ice. Cumberland making a move towards the net. Swings wide, shot. Toe save there by the Hartland Huskies. It's going to be picked up by Fraze. Murphy. Tied up by two defenders there. Still comes away with it. Shot towards the net. Glove save. Hartland. Face-off win by the Force. Shot by Fryer off the crossbar and over the net. Warner now out wide. Fires one, blocked in front by Hartland. Fed to the center to Fraze. Can't quite get a handle on it. Still battling for it as he's tripped up. Puck's going to come back for Hartland. Warner makes a move on it, but Hartland maintains possession. Kelly in good position. 5 minutes remains in the second period here. Hartland feeds the slot, blocked away by Warner. Now onto the stick of Murphy Fraze. He overskates the puck. Hartland feeds it towards the center. Back up high. Shot blocked in front by Fraze. Kelly backhands it off the boards. Hagen. Send it to center ice. We're going to get a penalty on the force. 4:41 remains in the second period. The penalty is going to be on Colton Warner as the force will go to a Cumberland and Sons penalty kill. Hartland wins the face-off, feeds it around the ice, shot attempt there, save cross. Cumberland feeds it back to his goaltender, and then some pushing and shoving ensues. 4:29 left in the second. Force up 4-1. Face-off one once again by Hartland. Got a lot of traffic in front. Shot. I think that went off a post and out. Hartland block pass attempt there by Blackburn. It might have gone off Blackburn and into the net. The Huskies gain one back, bring it within 2. 4:13 remains. Force back to full strength. Face-off win by Hartland. Stolen away by Sutherland. Sutherland puts one towards the net. Save there by the Huskies. We got a delayed penalty here as it's fed up front, covered up by Hartland. So now we'll flip it, and the Force will go to a power play. 3:58 remaining in the second period. Face-off gathered up by the Huskies. On the stick of Cumberland, feeds it ahead to Potts. Taken away by Hartland. Through the neutral zone. Warner poke checks it to the side. Feeding the slot, can't connect on the waiting stick of the Huskies player. There we go with the force through center ice. That's going to be Cumberland with the puck out front. Shot just high. Westhoff to gather it. Feeds it out to Huffman. Huffman cross ice to Warner. Warner going to cock one back and fire it. Ooh! Westhoff in good position for a tip attempt there. Couldn't quite connect. Cumberland now approaches. Shot from deep. Blockered away by the Huskies. Good pressure here by the Force and good puck movement as they wrap it around down low. Warner skates up to get the puck. Comes out to Cumberland. Cumberland making a couple moves here onto the stick of Potts. Potts with a shot off the face mask of the Huskies. Shot attempt after shot attempt, and it's just going to go across the blue line, and the Force will get hit for offsides. We got 21 seconds remaining on the power play, 2:48 left in the second. Face-off win by the Force on the stick of Hagen. Hagen feeds it over to Fryer. Fryer trying to get a hold of it again. Loses the handle on it. Round behind the net it goes. Pressured by Hagen. Reversed by the Huskies. Fryer going to be the first one there for the force. Now Fraze picks it up. Fraze feeds it across to Blackburn. Blackburn down to Hagen. Onto the stick of Hagen. Shot, score! A 5-pack for Harrison Hagen on the goal from Blackburn. Puck gathered up by the Huskies. Taken away by Fraze for the moment as it comes back down the ice for Kiefer. Kiefer across the blue line. Oh, they're going to get him for offsides. Face off. This is getting bounced around. Onto the stick of Llewellyn. Llewellyn has it knocked away. Gathered up by Max McDonald. He has it poked off his stick. Back on defense is going to be Kelly. Good back check there by Sutherland. Fed up the boards. Nobody home for the force, so the Huskies maintain possession of the puck. Fed towards the center, knocked away by Cumberland. Gathered up by the Huskies. Shot attempt there on the doorstep. And they're going to put it in as a goal. 1:25 left in the second, and the Huskies hanging around 5-3. Face-off one and controlled by the force. Max McDonald dumps it in. Sutherland, the first one there for the force. Knocked away by Kelly. Out come the Huskies. Good stick there by Cumberland. Llewellyn loses an edge. And Sutherland gathers up the puck. Less than a minute left in the second. Fed up and tipped ahead by Max McDonald. Max McDonald has Llewellyn to his right. Tries to feed it towards the slot. Around behind the net. Collision's happening. The puck loose. Kelly fires one towards the net. It's blocked down by the goaltender from Hartland. Another pass attempt there, blocked by the Huskies. Picked up Llewellyn. Shot towards the net. Tipped on the doorstep. Oh, Westhoff couldn't get anything on it as he tripped up from behind. 18 seconds. And we're going to have a high sticking. Or a high stick. Face-off fed ahead by Blackburn. 12 seconds shot from the blue line. Sails into the next zip code. They shoot it from deep. Blocked down by Quas. As the period expires, the Force are going to be up 2 going into the third with a 5-pack from Hagen. Start the third period. Face-off is controlled by the Force as Potts skates over the top of that puck. And Hartland comes away with it. Down in the corner, taken away there by Huffman. Fed up, but kept in by the Huskies. Blackburn there for the Force. Chipped up the boards to Potts. Potts utilizing that size, push some people around. Puck's tied up. Huffman comes away with it. Puck into the neutral zone. Knocked away by Westhoff, but then the Huskies maintain possession. Blackburn there on defense, shot. It's kicked around in front, and the rebound is put in by Hartland. Hartland comes back within one. 13-11 left in the third. 5-4 Force. Face-off win by the Force, back to Cumberland. Cumberland has his pocket picked. Shot attempt goes wide, gathered up by Fryer. Back to Kiefer. Kiefer tries to send it ahead. Head has his pass attempt blocked. Frays to pick up the puck, loses a handle on it. Now onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen and Fryer ahead. Hagen with speed. Kept out by the Huskies. Taken away there by Frays as it's going to be picked up by Hagen. Hagen feeds it over to Cumberland. Cumberland has it stolen away. Getting back on defense here is Kiefer. Is this going to be a 2-on-1 the other direction? Hartland couldn't make the pass attempt count, so the Force were able to catch up, stolen away by Cumberland. Puck is going back and forth here. Cumberland takes him down, and we're going to get a penalty on Aiden Cumberland. So the Force will go to a penalty kill. 12 minutes remains in the third, only up one. Face-off gathered up by the Huskies. Llewellyn puts on some pressure there. Backhand shot attempt. Goes wide. Hartland picks it up behind the net. Tried to feed the slot. Knocked away there by Llewellyn. Llewellyn and McDonald ahead for the Force. Cleared out of danger, and down the ice is going to be tips and no icing. 1 minute left on the Cumberland penalty. Warner feed one towards the net. And we're going to get a penalty picked up by Hartland. So at 11:26 in the third, we're going to have a full 53 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Face-off gathered up by the Huskies. Good poke check there by Cora Kelly. Huskies gather it back. Swing wide, feed it towards the center. Can't connect with the outstretched stick from the Hartland player. Westhoff gaining some speed. Westhoff around two. Westhoff around three. Oliver, shot, blocked. Good save there by the Huskies. Huffman there to steal it away and send it back down low for Oliver Westhoff. Oliver reverses, has it taken away. Stolen by Kelly. Kelly making a move towards the center. Kelly shot, saved by the Huskies. Penalty expires on the fourth, so they're going to go on a 30-second power play. 10:27 remaining in the third, up 1. Face-off win by the Force. Shot goes wide right by Fraze. Taken away by Hagen. Hagen making a move towards center ice. Feeds it over to Fryer. Fryer gathers it up. Shot blocked away right out in front. Hagen to steal it. Hagen making a move behind the net. He's tied up by about 3 Huskies players. Keeping possession of that puck. Kept in by Cumberland. Cumberland makes a move. Shoots one from deep. Glove down, backhand by Fraze on the doorstep, cleared out by the Huskies goaltender. As it came right through the crease. Fraze with the steal. Again, kicked around down low. Back to full strength for both teams as Fryer tries to send one up. Blackburn retreats and feeds it back in. Taken away for the moment by Fraze on the stick of Hagen, and now Fraze comes away with it, makes a move out wide. Murphy feeds Hagen. Hagen, shot. It's kept out. Cumberland takes that pass attempt and stops the advancement of the Huskies for the moment. Fryer there with a good back check, knocks the puck right off the stick of the advancing Huskies player. Centering feed, goes clear across ice. Blackburn fighting for it at the blue line. Picked up by the Force. That's going to be Hagen with Fraze to his right. Hagen with 1 to beat. Hagen shoots, score! Hagen with 6 on the night. 8:53 left in the third. Puts the Force up 2. Force gather, get a shot there by McDonald, and it goes wide left. Kelly with some good defense here. Hartland still picks up the puck. Around behind the net it goes. Around the world, shot attempt blocked in front by Warner. Llewellyn sends it down the ice. Icing. Face-off gathered by the Huskies, but pinched off by McDonald. Pass attempt goes right through the crease. Now into the stick of Llewellyn. Llewellyn looking ahead and sauces that over to Sutherland, but doesn't connect. Behind the Huskies net, Hartland gathers. Kelly and Warner back on defense. Good stick there by Cora Kelly to knock it away. Sutherland lose a handle on it and the stick. McDonald backhands it. Taken away by Hartland. Through center ice come the Huskies. Good, another stick there by Cora Kelly to knock it away. She's sniping that right off the Hartland Huskies players to stop advancement. 7:24 left. Ooh, collision between Max McDonald. Puck back down the ice. Hartland through center ice with speed. Around a couple Force players, right towards the net. Blocked away there by Quas, cleared by Kelly. Shot attempt, can't get through. Warner picks it up, backhands it ahead. Taken away by the Huskies. Blocked there by Llewellyn. Kelly backhands it off the glass, but kept in by Hartland. Kelly now gathers it behind the Force net, sends it ahead to Llewellyn. Llewellyn sends it down the ice. That's not going to have enough for icing. It's going to be a good change there for the Force. We got 6.5 remaining in the third. Force up 2. Poke check there by Westhoff. Kept in by Huffman. Puck comes up to Sutherland. Or that's Kiefer. Now Westhoff takes it away. Westhoff in the corners got Potts and Huffman. Around the boards it goes to Cumberland, and Hartland gains possession. Now back to Cumberland, shot from deep, stick save, and covered up by the Huskies. Face-off gathered by the Force as Potts puts it down low. Huffman, first one there. Battle on the boards. Huskies come away with it. Kiefer and Cumberland get back on D. Shot from wide. Goes wide. Picked up by Huffman. Huffman loses a handle on it. Has it taken away behind the net. Hartland cycles it around. Shot attempt. Hits Kiefer up high. Kiefer going to skate to the bench after he took that puck up high. Blackburn on for Kiefer. Advancing there is Cumberland. He's tied up and goes into the boards. Comes off his skates. 5 minutes remains in this contest. Stolen away by Hagen. Hagen reverses. Has it knocked off his stick. Down low for Cumberland. Now Blackburn to keep it in. Backhands it up to Hagen. Hagen loses an edge. Tied up there is a Huskies player. Frey's coming away with it with Hagen and Fryer trailing. Now the Huskies back the other way. Pickpocket. There was Fraze. Fraze makes one move, loses it on the second move. To center ice it goes. Nobody back on defense. Oh, good back check there to keep it out. Shot attempt off the pads across. Knocked ahead by the Force. Fryer with the puck now. Sends it up. Frey's going to be the first one there. With Hagen and Fryer trailing. Shot towards the net. Goes off the side. Puck comes out to Kelly. Chips it up to Fraze. Fraze tries to send it ahead. Can't get anything on it. Onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen up to Fryer. Loses a handle, and the Huskies back the other direction. Back on defense is going to be Warner and Kelly. Trailing in there is Hagen. Good pressure put on the player from Hartland, and the Force come away with it. Harrison backhands it up, but not out. Shot. Oh, that was a good pass cross ice and a rifle attempt by the Huskies, and that shot went wide. Fryer picks up the puck, sends it down the ice and goes for a change. It's going to go for icing. Face-off win by the Huskies. We're at 3 minutes remaining in this game. Force up 2. Puck down low. Picked up by Cumberland. Kept in by Hartland. Pass cross ice. Shot. Save Quas. Face-off win by the Huskies, but the puck gets to center ice, pressured here by McDonald and Sutherland. Cumberland back the other way, but the Huskies gain possession of it. Warner back on defense. Swings wide and continues around behind the net is a Huskies player. Looking for somebody to pass it to. Nobody home. Comes off his own skates. McDonald to pick it up. Reverses. Pinched off by the Huskies player. Now picked up by Cumberland. Cumberland with some speed. Now Sutherland with it. He's got Llewellyn. Oh, he takes a shot from deep on the empty net. Goes off the post. Feed in the center. Stolen away. Dumped in by Max McDonald. Empty net goal. The dagger at 1:41 left. 7-4 off of Max McDonald's goal. Huskies come away with that face-off win, blocked away by Blackburn, backhanded around to Westhoff. Goaltender for the Huskies comes off the ice once again. So we got 6-on-4. Blackburn with the steal. Westhoff with it. We got 4 Huskies players there as the battle ensues, and now around Huffman. Huffman and the Huskies player collide. Kiefer back out on the ice. That's good to see. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute in this one. Empty net for the Huskies. Blackburn with the puck. Around behind the net. Fed ahead to Westhoff. Westhoff off the glass. Picked up by Hartland. Fed up the ice. Kiefer now with it. Has it blocked away. Potts battling for the force. Huskies come away with it. Huffman. Now Kiefer. "20 seconds. Puck can't get across. Potts throws it down the ice. Off the boards. It's going to go for icing. We got 11.3 left. 7-4 force. Face-off win by the Force, picked up by Cumberland. Cumberland up to Hagen. Hagen launches it down. Icing. And with that, the Force are going to pick up a win against the Hartland Huskies here in Fort Wayne. 7-4 off 6. Count them. 6 Hagen goals and a Max McDonald empty netter. Next games and next weekend. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week.